Now in this video, it is a short video, second part of the today's topic, also only range only. We will continue, students. Merits and demerits of range. When we go with the merits and demerits of range, why we have after calculating range, we will be going to learn how the merits are there, merits and demerits. First, it is very easy to calculate. As we practice only largest value and smallest value, we have to identify and then we have to take the differences. Hence, it is considered as the easiest measure of dispersion. No special knowledge is needed while calculating range. It takes the least time for consumption. Demerits, when we see, range is not based on all the values of the series. It is based only on two extreme observations. Because of this, range is considered as a pure measure. Range does not give any indication of the nature of the distribution within the two extreme values. Range does not give the proper knowledge of the series because it only takes the differences of the highest and the lowest values. Okay, it does not take, so it takes the differences of the highest and the lowest. That is the drawback. Because range of the series given being equal, there may be much difference in their shape, as it is clear from the following example. Series A 10, 12, you can see series B is given, series C is given. The range value of all the series is equal, as the highest value in the series is 30 and the lowest value is 10 in every series. But it does not mean that all the three series are equal. There are variations of the numbers. You can see there, in one series 12 is there, another series 15 is there. One series 20 is there, another series 22 is there. So that differences, how could we tackle? If we are taking range also, it is not. So that is a drawback. The range value of all the series is equal because it does not mean that all the three series are equal. It cannot be calculated in case of open-ended series. A series when it is open-ended, like for example less than 0, less than 10. That will be very wrong. Uses of range, there are following uses of range. Quality control. Range is used to study the variation in the quality of the item produced in a manufacturing concern. When statistical methods of quality control are used, control charts are prepared, and in preparing these charts, range plays a very important role. Measures of fluctuations. It is very useful measure to study the fluctuations of series. Variations in the price of shares, other commodities and value of money and foreign exchange rate can easily be studied with the help of range. Weather forecast. The meteorological department does make the use of the range in determining, say, the difference between the minimum and maximum temperature. This information is of great concern to the general public because they got to know as to within what limit the temperature is likely to vary on a particular day. Use in day-to-day life. Range is not by far the most widely used measure of variability in our day-to-day life. For example, the answer to the problems like daily sales in departmental store, monthly wages of workers in a factory, the expected return of fruits from an orchard, etc. is usually provided by the probable limits in the form of range. So this was Now we will be having an introduction of interquartile range, the second part of dispersion, that is interquartile range. What do you mean by interquartile range and what is difference between range and interquartile range, student? To overcome the drawbacks of range, the interquartile range is calculated. Interquartile range is the difference between upper quartile and the lower quartiles. Means a series has been divided into 4 quartiles. Okay. First quartile, second quartile, third quartile and fourth quartile. In this way, the deviations when we will take, it will be easy to like in that one series only we are seeing highest and lowest. We are not seeing the other values existing in the series, but here when we will divide the series into 4 and we will take the quartile deviations, here it will be easy for us to take all the values in different groups. So let us see, arrange the data either in ascending or descending order, calculate the value of third quartile Q3, calculate the value of first quartile Q1, apply the following formula. Interquartile range equals to Q3 minus Q1. Q3 when we see third quartile or upper quartile, Q1 when we see first quartile or lower quartile. Calculation of interquartile range in individual series when we see calculate interquartile range of the following data. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 and 22. When we have seen that how we will take? We will divide the series into 4 quartiles, and we will take the first Q1 and Q3. Q2 you know average we are taking, and Q4 you the last values. So first arrange the data. As it is already set the data, we will just take the Q1 and Q3. But if in case Q1 and data is not arranged, first of all try to arrange the data in serial order. Serial number values are there x, serial number 1, 2, 3 and so on. Values x is given 10, 12, 14, 16, and how many number values are there? 7. So Q1 the formula is for interquartile range. We have learnt in the median chapter at the last, size of n plus 1 by 4th item. So n plus 1 you do first of all, 7 plus 1, 8 will be there, divided by 4. It will automatically divide the series into first part. So here the values will be 7 plus 1, 8 by 4 divided by second. So up to 2, it is the first quartile Q1. Second quartile representing 12. X value is 12. So to second quartile came, so size of second item is 12. So first quartile value is 12. Now same way Q3 we will take. Formula will be same, but we will multiply the formula by 3 as it is third quartile. So the formula will be like this. In the same formula students, here it will be 3. I will show. Q3 equals to size of third m plus 1 by 4. Okay, m plus 1 we have did 7 by 8 by 4, 2, 3 into 2, 6. Size of 6th item in the table, that is 20. And now interquartile range. After taking Q3 and Q1, take the difference of Q3 minus Q1, you will be getting the interquartile range. In this way, we will be seeing other observation. Range is taking highest and lowest, but in between the number value, that deviations also can be taken from interquartile range. So IQ find the difference between quartile number 3 and Q1. Interquartile range and discrete series we will see in the next class. For today's class, with that range dispersion introduction, this much only. Tomorrow's class it will continue with the interquartile range and discrete series. As in the classes also it has been completed up to this much. So for tomorrow's class I will keep this interquartile range or discrete series and the mean deviation. Thank you and have a nice day.